Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2, and welcome to Tramlink, because that is what this episode is going to be about. See here we have this solitary tram hub with only 2 stops at the moment. That is now going to change. We're going to put in 4 brand new tram stops. One in the middle of all of these gaps. So one there, and one directly opposite, which is not there at all. Let me try that again. Directly opposite, better. And then one here, and one directly opposite. The tram system in this city is expanding by a lot. So this is now going to be Tram North 2. This one's going to be Tram South 2. This one's going to be MCH Tram South 1. This one is going to be MCH Tram North 3. This one is going to be MCH Tram North 1. And this one is going to be MCH Tram South 3. Okay, why am I doing this, I hear you ask? It is entirely because we have this section here, not so much, but over in this part of the city we have all these avenues that spin off. What better way to make this city better than to connect all of these avenues up with new tram lines? At least that's the plan. So why the hell not, I say. It's mainly going to be spur roads like this one here that ends in a dead end, and down here we can make it a dead end. Ones like these avenues here, we could put tram lines down in the future, but for now it's not really. In fact, this one, I favour this one more than others. Let's put it that way. I might do that actually, curve it down here and then curve it along that bit there, and then have it terminate in the southern suburbs. That's not a bad idea. This avenue here as well, perhaps. I mean, what's that like? Yeah, the radii is pretty good actually of those circles. But where I'm going to stop is in the north here, because we have a lot of these spur roads that don't really go anywhere. Like, for example, I can't do it on this street because the bus goes down here and I'll end up interfering with bus stops, but this way I can have it come all the way up and terminate up here, for example. So let's do that. Let's put the depot in first. It says the slope of the road is too steep. Maybe it won't go in there at all. Maybe I've got all of this completely and utterly wrong. Tell you what I can do instead though. I can delete this bit of road and have it go in here instead. What does it mean by there's not enough space? Surely there is. I can correct this. Put a tiny little road like that. Now will it fit? Nope. Well, that's frustrating. And I can't put it there. Well, that's annoying. Let me fix this. I know how to do it. It goes against what I've been doing before, but it is literally because of this road here. That is the cause of all of our problems. So if I curve this, so I can't build it straight out like that. In fact, I can build it like that. but then I can't Yeah, I sort of can. Curve it like this. But I want it to be less kinked than that. So I can build it like this. And then I can have the depot at the end. Let's do it like that. Now I can build tram tracks. How much is this going to cost? I've probably used up all of my budget already. Hopefully I won't have to spend too much on trams, although we are going to rejig the trams that we've already got. Try and get rid of some of the small ones, because I don't think we need the small ones anymore. We're pretty well covered. I'm trying to get the words out. Hang on. Oh, I've gone wrong already. Dolt. That's gone well. That's... yeah. Hang on. Need to fix this problem. Big mistake. Oh, this is going to be expensive. I thought, you know, 8,000, that'll be enough. You know, I just spent so long faffing around, I've gone and lost all the money. Right, that monorail line still comes into play. Oh, now I've deleted too much. Right. Try again. Got no money. Fan-bloody-tastic. Okay. While we're doing this, we're waiting for the money. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There's going to be a line that comes down here, goes along this way, and then comes down here. And then connects up to the main tram line just before these two stops here. This road can also expand off in this direction, which I might do at a later date, and it can also expand down this way, which I'm seriously considering doing, because that will be fantastic. Another nice little connection to another part of the city. That'd be really cool. In fact, that's a real possibility. And there's plenty of opportunities for other lines, like one that comes down this road here. All sorts of little things like that. And it's a way of connecting the city up, almost like buses, but have them running on rails. And this has been inspired by, for those of you who watch my vlogs, they would have seen the Soccer Aid vlog that I did. I don't know when this episode's going out, so however long ago it was. For those of you who haven't seen it, I strongly recommend that you do go and watch my vlogs, because they're pretty entertaining. Anyway, that's not the point. The point I'm getting at is, I rode on the Metrolink whilst I was there, which, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a tram line that runs through the middle of Manchester, basically. And I always thought on this game that tight curves on trams were not very good looking. But, having been on an actual tram system now, it's not too bad. There's quite a few tight corners, there's sudden S-bends and things like that, and it's not too bad at all. So I'm actually going to incorporate that into this tram system. So originally I only had 2 lines because I didn't want to build anything other than a straight line. Whereas now I've been inspired by these other forms of tram network. I'm going to give it a go and see how well it does go. This road here, I really want to build a tram line that goes down this road here. See if I could build a depot at this end point. I can build one there, it's just what the track will look like when it goes off in that direction. And I'm heavily inspired by the idea of using depots at the end, so I think it was... Actually, I don't even want to guess the name of the person in case I get it wrong, but to whoever it was that left me that comment, thank you so much, because it's changed the way I build tram lines. And I've got a much better, more efficient network now because of it. So thank you very much for that. Nice little tip. And you can see here this tram line is very successful. As is the monorail. The monorail is more and more successful. If I go into the profit loss window, you see we're heavily in profit now. £26,000 in profit. That has dropped a little bit. It was 27,000 before I started recording. This number here is going to rise significantly when these new lines are completed. The monorail is fantastic in the amount of money it's making. Bus is still a little bit disappointing, but I wasn't expecting great things from it. For any kind of profit from the bus line would be quite nice, and it's making, in fact, it's making a fair amount. £10,000 is probably one of the highest amounts I've received from buses, thinking about it, so that's not too bad at all. I'm tempted to put stops here as well. Maybe I should have done that instead of these ones, or I can always build more. I'm probably going to end up building more, because we're going to end up with a lot of tram lines now. We're going to end up with almost as many tram lines as we are metro lines, which, I mean, that's good. There's no doubt about it, that is good. And the tram lines are going to be probably as popular as the monorail and the metro will be. So that's very, very good. But, you know, the options for this city now are fantastic. I can go on building this city for months. There's so much to do. I'm especially looking forward to developing this area. If it's built into the game, that is. It might not have growth built onto it, but turning this into one huge gridded area with all sorts of forms of transport running around it, that's going to be fantastic. And developing this area here as well, and all of this area, any green areas, so all of this could one day become built up, and it's all flat, so there's no reason why it can't be. And we'll have one massive city with a huge transport network, which is exactly what this game was designed for. And there's something I keep debating is as to whether I can turn this road into a good tram link, and the answer is potentially at this end I can have a tram line, and it can come all the way down here, and it will connect to the main line here. This end I'm not so sure about because of where it goes. It sort of ends here, so unless I can find a way to link it into another part of this area, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to keep saying that. Probably not. Maybe have a tram running along this area here though, and I can see this part of the city being developed differently, so that at some stage I'm going to rip out this road here, and I'm going to turn it into a road that comes out of this part here, rises up, and then goes over there, and have it as like a flyover. Because this part of the freeway, there's going to be a new junction I'm going to build here at some point when I start expanding this area. I've all got these big plans in my head. Right, I think I've got enough money now, and this episode is drawing to an end, so it's a bit of a dud episode this, but I've outlined plans, so that's what the idea of this episode was. Outline plans and start building them. Right. So maybe if I can get one line built, although it's not looking very likely right now. How far away am I from? 4 blocks away? Yeah, it's not looking too likely, although I can build this one now. Just got to keep heading west. Now, at this point, do I keep calling lines or naming lines after colours, or do I go for a different approach? Because I think with the tram, I don't know, there's going to be a lot of tram lines built, and you've seen from previous cities there aren't that many shades of red that I can use as colours. Like, I'm not going to have the blood red line, for example, because it sounds a bit gruesome, especially for a transport network. It sounds a bit like that's what's going to happen to you kind of thing, so I'm not going to use that. I almost want to put things like Tramlink West, Tramlink East, names like that, where they're pretty generic, but you know where you're going when you step on the vehicle, that kind of name. But we'll see. The 2 original ones, the Maroon and Scarlet, they're going to stay that. They're not going to have their name changed. But the rest of them we'll see as time progresses, what we do with them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a cut here. I'm going to slow down time again, put it back to normal speed. Put a cut here, come back in the next episode, we'll finish off this first Tramlink line. So until then guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.